This video is going to be slightly different from other videos in the sense that I have a different type of chart in front of me. The reason being, in this video I'm going to briefly go over the US dollar index, and I've had to use a different platform to bring up the US dollar index as it's not commonly available on your typical trading platform. So what is the US dollar index? Well, just as we have indexes or indices for stocks and shares like the Dow Jones index, the FTSE 100 index, there's an index for the US dollar, which consists of 6 foreign currencies: the euro, the yen, the pound, the Canadian dollar, the krona, and the Swiss franc. So there are 6 components or currencies that make up this index, and this index is geometrically weighted. Now, because every country is not the same size, it's only fair that each currency from the 6 currencies used is given an appropriate weight to this index. So the euro, which consists of 17 countries, has the biggest part or weight on this index at about 58%. The yen comes in second at 14%, the pound at 12%, the Canadian dollar at 9%, the krona at 4%, and the Swiss franc at 4%. And you notice the US dollar index has a chart which is in front of me, and that the index is currently quoted at 80.60. The base period or start of the index was at 100, and the index is currently quoted at 80.60. So we would say that the index has fallen 19.4% against the base period or start of the index. So how is the US dollar index used in trading? Well, it gives us an insight to the current strength of the US dollar. And as most of the commonly traded currency pairs have the dollar, we can use the US dollar index as a strength indicator of the dollar. So this is a 4-hour chart. We can see that there's quite a clear uptrend on the US dollar index. If we were to go to the US dollar against the Swiss franc, you will notice that there's also this clear uptrend. So why is that? Well, quite simply, the US dollar index shows the strength of the US dollar, and there is strong correlation between the US dollar index and any currency pairs that have the US dollar as one of the pairs. If we look at the US dollar, Japanese yen, we still have this uptrend. So if we were to look at a currency pair where the US dollar is not the base currency, it's not the first currency, but the second currency of the pair, like the Euro USD, you'll notice once again there's a correlation, but it has the opposite effect. It's an opposite form of correlation. So where the US dollar is the second in the currency pair, price will currently be on a downtrend. If we were to identify trends and certain price patterns and behaviours on the US dollar index, we could use that in our trading for a currency that's paired with the US dollar. There's also a second US dollar index called the trade weighted dollar index. And the reason why that index was created was to more accurately reflect the dollar's value against foreign currencies based on how competitive US goods are compared to goods from other countries. But the trade weighted dollar index is not used as commonly. but is worth a mention in this video.